Hey guys, it's Lex, of course, checking in, Winning Women Wednesdays. That's right. I got my girl in the building, Jess Nicole. Jess Nicole is a credit specialist. She can restore, repair, replenish your credit. With that being said, I'm going to let Jess go ahead and drop her introduction to you guys. Go ahead, Jess, and drop your gems to the girls.
Thank you so much. I want to say, first of all, I am so grateful for the opportunity to come on your Winning Wednesday Women podcast.
Thank you.
So, yeah, you guys, as Miss Alexis said, I am a upcoming and new credit expert. I have been doing credit less than 30 days, and I am already thriving in the industry. I took a mentorship recently for 5K and invested in myself. I am now here standing in front of you guys, believing in myself and doing the hard work it takes to become a independent financial woman and entrepreneur.
Right, Jess. For you to drop those gems. Today I'm glad that you said less than 30 days because I get a lot of girls ask me all the time, hey, do I gotta be in the industry for 10, 20 years? Do I gotta have a lot of history to come on your show? I interview any and everyone, long as you show me that you're willing, you're trying, and that you're trying to build something that's positive. I'm not with anything negative. I'm with everything positive. Anything that's positive is going up. Anything negative is actually going down. I got a few questions I want to interview you on today, so our actual viewers can get an idea of credit restoration and repair, especially with the economy we're in. Why is it important to have that A1 credit score? Why? It is so important. And I can't hear it from anyone else except for a specialist because my background is branding, is marketing, is brows, it's spas, it's salons, but hey, I actually have a credit repair expert here in the building that can drop all the gems for you ladies. So one thing I want to know, and my viewers also want to know, what inspired you to start the credit business? What inspired you? What triggered you to, hey, I'm ready to do this?
Yeah, so you guys, it's basically my purpose and my drive behind doing credit is to help other women get out of the situation I have been in. Okay, so credit, you can use it for your advantage. Okay, and it's not something that you really have to go out and do something new because it is yours. You just have to build on what you already have. Okay, so now when I say my situation, I have been in a 9-year relationship with the father of my child, and he has been doing credit for over 13 years. I asked him to teach me how to do credit, but like I said, when I say I want to help women who have been in the situation I have been in, is to become financially independent, okay? Not to rely on a man, but to rely on yourself. So, yeah, that is my end goal. My audience, my target audience is to help other women who, feel like they may not have the resources or don't know what to do. You have everything you need. You have a social security number, you have a credit score. Use that to your advantage, leverage it, build it, build yourself, and you won't have to bow down to anyone like I did overall.
Thank you so much for that information. And guys, get your notepad, get your pen, write this down, jot this down, take these notes, take these gems, and run with it to another level. Another question I have for you. What is one key point that you would advise our viewers to obtain, maintain, increase their credit score? What is one thing that you can tell them to do every month or every 60 days or every 90 days, however the credit game goes? What advice can you give them to use to help them with their credit score?
You guys, the number one most important thing is to pay your bills on time. Your credit and how you are paying, your payment history is 35% of your entire credit score. So that is the most important things, ladies and men. Pay your bills on time.
And you heard it here first. Pay it on time. Not 7 days after the due date, not 10 days after the due date. One thing I do want to know, what is actually the grace period? If they give you a due date, what is that grace period? Like, do you have 2, 3 days after that, or does it need to be paid 2, 3 days before that due date? Well, what will help the viewers?
Yeah, so you guys, usually most places do give you a 3-day grace limit or period. And in that time, you need to be communicating back and forth with whether it's your credit card, your car note, your mortgage, or whatever the case or situation may be for yourself. You need to have be communicating with them so they know you will be making a payment soon. Now, if you want to be paying your payments beforehand, I suggest, like I said, you get in contact with whoever you are lending or borrowing from and you ask them, hey, what is my due date? What is the date that is reporting to my consumer reports and that I need to have my payment in so that it is not late? Okay, so you need to get that information. Just like with any other relationship you have in the world, you need to be communicating with these people. If you're going to be late, communicate it. If you're going to be early, communicate it. Have a relationship. You need to build a relationship with your banks, your car finance place if you are renting, and also your mortgage if you are a homeowner.
Thanks so much, Jess, for those gems. I know that you've said that it's been like 30 days since you've had your credit repair and your business starting up. And I always tell my girls all the time, in the industry, when you're building, when you're branding, when you're going to the next level, building a business is like birthing a child. You have to nurture it. You have to give it attention. You have to watch over it. You have to invest in it. You have to give it your all. So with that being said, that's a key point that I want all my viewers, all my girls to know. Like, this is your first time into the industry, and words from boss, a CEO, a multi-million-dollar, six-figure boss spa chick to a beauty boss to a brow boss to a beginning entrepreneur. One thing I can advise you is to keep going and to keep pushing and to treat your business as if you're birthing a child. And when you're birthing that business, you give it your all. You give it your everything. And you speak life into it. Whether some days it's going good, whether some days it's going bad, you give it your all 100% of the time. And that's what's going to take you higher. That's what's going to grow you, and that's what's going to help increase your sales. That's going to bring you a higher audience. Those are things that you can live with, and those are things that you can grow with. And like I said, that's just a word from the wise itself. One of the number one things that I can tell someone that's building a business or trying to start a business or trying to get new information or trying to figure out how does this work or how does that work. When you're building a business, a lot of people have a lot of complaints. Oh, it's going to take this to do this. It's going to take this to do this. I done called people several times and be like, hey, do you know anything about this? Oh, yeah, but you already in the industry. Don't worry about this because it's going to take too much. And one thing I've learned is the more you complain, the less you obtain. And that's a bar. The more you complain, the less you obtain. And did you know, like, when you're complaining in life about anything that you're going through, anything that you're building, anything you have a desire for, complaining is considered a sin. And when it's a sin, that's before God. Hey, I don't trust you, God. I don't believe in you. I don't have that faith. I don't have that strength to know that you can take my company or my business or whatever it is that you're building to that next level. So with that being said, don't complain. Just trust the process and keep pushing. And put your business as your baby. This is something that I birthed. I'm going to give it my all, and I'm going to trust and believe that it's going to go to that next level.
Absolutely.
One thing I want to know also, if you could tell the world anything, what would it be?
Oh, I would say to believe in yourself, to overcome your fears and start investing in your hopes. Let your hopes override today. Let them start overriding your fears, because I believe that's what is holding back most of us. It's been holding me back for years. I was fearful of, oh, if I give this up, what if I go down? But, honestly, just believe in yourself, invest in yourself, keep God first. Whoever you believe in, it's different religions, but have faith, keep going, believe in yourself, and do not give up.
And that's right. I love that. I love everything that you just said. Because you've been in the industry, 30 days, a little more, and you're 10, 15, 20, 30 clients, however many you have. What's been the highest score increase that you've seen? Was it 15 points? Was it 20 points? Was it 7 points? Was it 30 points, 40 points? What was your highest score increase that you've seen that made you want to be like, okay, this is working. I'm going to keep doing this. I got to believe it. I know this is going to go to that next level.
Yeah, so actually, it was myself. When I first learned, or before my mentorship was even over, I started working on my own credit. I started out with a 644 all across the board, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Now my score has increased over 100 points within less than 30 days. I am now at a 780. So, and then secondly would be my families. One of my cousins, I've been working on her report, and her point has gone up. Her score has gone up, I believe, 50 or 60 points. And she was in the 500 club. Now she's in the 600 club.
Amazing. Love that. Love, love, love that. And when you get results, it pushes you to go harder. It pushes you to, want to birth that baby to a higher and bigger level, because we all got to start somewhere first. And 9 times out of 10, most of us start at the bottom because we're not handed a silver spoon to where, hey, I got this silver spoon, I can take it and go to that next level. No, a lot of us are birthing babies from the bottom, and we have to build them up to the level that we want them to be at. You know what I'm saying? But the goal and the motivational key point is to never give up and never stop going, never stop pushing, and never stop trying. Even when sometimes it may seem like I don't got a client that came in, I don't have a booking, I don't got any results from this person. Sometimes you just gotta fall on your knees, because falling on your knees and looking up, knows that I trust God. And when you trust him, everything around you succeed. Everything around you go to the next level. So that's one thing, from a CEO standpoint. One thing I know, like, to build, multi-million-dollar business, it took faith. It took believing. It took hard work. It took dedication. It took a lot of prayer. And you're going to go through some good people. You're going to go through some bad people, because it's all with building a business. You got to grow and you got to learn. When we first have a child, we don't know everything we need to do to, have that child. So it's just like with a business. You don't know everything. Mm-hmm. So you got to grow and you got to learn with it. The more you grow, the more you learn. One thing I also want to know, in the credit industry, or being a credit repair specialist, like, how did you learn? Did you have a mentor? Did you have a coach? Did you have multiple coaches? Like, how did you learn? Because there's some girls maybe watching us that, hey, I got an idea of a little bit about credit, but I don't know where I should go, or how do I find out who's going to teach me right? Because it's 1,000,001 brow classes that I've taught in my life. But, it's students that been in brow classes that's not successful. Students that came to my class that successful. It's students that walked out of my class not successful, because that's what they say. But I know I teach to the best of my ability, because I'm a strong believer. Is what you give is what you receive. So I believe in giving all to my students, so that everything that I give to them, they can birth it into success. So, as a credit specialist, as a credit repair coach,
Oh yeah,
what would you advise them? Like, when they're looking for someone to train with, well, what would you advise for them to, look for in a coach or a teacher, or a instructor? What would you advise for them to actually do?
Okay, so I've had over 3 mentors, not including my child's father, who was taught by James Hunt. A lot of people know him, a lot of people don't. Woota woota woot. And so basically, I would look for someone who is skilled in FTC and CFPB. If you do not know what those are, please go to YouTube University or Google.com. I will also look for someone who has served over 10,000 clients. So, anyone that hasn't really had that many clients is not someone I would say I would want to really learn from, because, I see myself having over hundreds or thousands of clients. So, I need to be learning from someone who also have had hundreds or thousands of clients. Also, someone who has a good background customer service. In Atlanta, it's mostly word of mouth. So I need someone, or I would advise you guys to search for someone who, the word on the street is pretty positive. Now, just like Alexis said, there is going to be, those haters or those people out there that are not giving you good reviews because of whatever reasons. That's why you have set in place your contracts and things to protect you and your company. Now, another thing that I'm going to go ahead and drop with you guys that has been dropped on me. So I do believe, just like Alexis said, to give, unsparingly, like just give. I'm going to drop this knowledge with you guys because it was given to me. God has graced me, even though I have not been in this industry no longer than 30 days. He has graced me with all type of people who are way bigger than me and on the level I wish to be on. If you are looking to get in the credit industry, you are going to have people that are going to do chargebacks, and they are going to say their services have not been rendered. Now, if you know anything about credit, you know that in the state of Georgia, it is not really fun to be a credit specialist or to be doing credit restoration. You can actually get sued for it, and it's not like California or New York. Georgia is a little more strict on credit restoration. So you guys, if you are looking to be a credit specialist or expert, please get you a 90-day planner, get you some type of thing that you can personally mail to your clients, because you are going to have those people that are going to do chargebacks.
Right.
And if you send them something, you can send them a 3-page book. I don't care what it is, but you make sure you keep that tracking number. And if they try to do a chargeback, now this is free game. Like, a lot of people don't know this, and a lot of people get caught up. But once you send them that package, you could send it for free, which I would suggest because they're already paying for your services. But you could send that for free, and if they try to do a chargeback, you can say, hey, I have this tracking number. Actually, the services were rendered. Because in credit repair, there's really no proof that what you did on their consumer report was because of the disputes that you sent in. So there's no way to actually prove, hey, I got your score up 50 points because of what I did. How can I prove that? I can't really send in the documents I sent because that's not really enough proof. But if you guys are looking to do credit, that is a gem. Send them, have a 90-day planner. I also have a self-love book. I send it for free to all my clients. It's a 10-step guide to self-love and loving yourself, which I also promote very highly. So you guys, you just have to do your research. Like I said, YouTube University is out there. Invest in yourself. Do not be afraid to take that $5,000 mentorship. Do not be afraid to get in the room or go to that conference, because that is what's going to separate you and give you the difference between others. So yeah, that's what I suggest to you guys. If you're starting out, or if you are looking to get into the credit industry.
Thank you so much for those gems that you've dropped. Ladies, like I said, I hope y'all took your notes. I hope you guys paid attention. I hope you guys, wrote down as much information as possible because these are things that help you can go and grow to that next level. Now, one thing one of my last questions I like to ask, as you seen yourself investing in your career, taking your business to the next level, have you seen people around you start to hate or maybe fall off or maybe like, oh, it's not gonna work for her, speak negative? Have you experienced those things? Because they really do happen in life, and a lot of people think that, oh, my surrounding is gonna be the number one people that support me. No, 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 no. Sometimes it's those strangers that take you to that next level. I made my most money off of tours in other states. I didn't make my money in my hometown, Atlanta, Georgia. And if I did, it was people traveling from all around the world to help me brand and take my company and my brand to that next level. So how do you experience that, and how do you feel about that? Like,
Yeah, it's true what they say. It's true what they say when they say it's not, a stranger that would stab you in your back. It's someone that you know and that's actually close to you. That is very true. And I am learning that firsthand.
right.
The people that I thought that loved me or that cared about me, right now in this time, they're showing their true colors. And I believe it's all in God's divine purpose and will, so that when I make it where He's taking me, I will know how to move accordingly with these people. And it's really hurtful. It really doesn't feel too good. But I'm just grateful that um, I have the discernment to kind of see now, because like I said, it was people that I thought that loved me and that cared about me and that was going to be with me to the end. But now all of that has been cut short. So you guys, I definitely, it's not easy. It is not easy. And I suggest, before all women, before you put your faith in a man, put your faith in God. Whoever you believe in, put your faith in God, because humans are human. They're gonna change. They might like somebody new, or whatever the situation may be. They're human, and you really can't blame them. So, but God is nothing like human. His thoughts and his ways are nothing like ours. So definitely keep God first.
That's right. And God knows all our plans already. When we was birthed, when we was born, God knew our plans before we even knew our plans. He knew how our life was gonna happen before we knew. So with that being said, one thing I wanna leave to you, as going through things with, people don't believe in you. You believe in you. And when you believe in you, that's all that's matter. Because all it takes is one or two, believing, seeking, and knowing and praying that, hey, I can go to that next level. One thing I also want to leave to you is a negative mouth will never produce a positive life. So don't ever think that, hey, someone calling me today, hey, I'm speaking negative, or you know what, I'm not making the money I used to make. It is not the same. That's you speaking negative over your brand, negative over your business. Anytime you speak negative, you cannot produce a positive life. And going up in success, this is my last point of the day. When you're going up, when you're successful, when you're building your baby, when you're birthing your business, always know, anytime you're going up in life, that's considered elevation. Elevation requires separation. With that being said, it's 54 seats on a bus, but it's 2 seats in a Lamborghini. And if I gotta drop that one more time, that's
Please
a bar. It's 54 seats on a bus, but it's 2 seats in a Lamborghini. So when you're going up, everybody can't go with you. And it's okay, baby, because it's lonely at the top. But guess what? It's one man at the top that I can talk to and I can trust and I can believe in and that can help me go and grow to that next level. Brother, my friend right here to the left believe in me. My friend to the right believe in me. If God sees my heart and knows my heart, I can go to that next level. You just got to have the faith. And that faith speaks of mustard seed faith. Faith is not, it doesn't require you to have a 10,000 square feet place of faith. A mustard seed, which is the smallest seed ever. So believe in yourself. Believe in your brand. I wish you so much success. I wish you so much prosperity, growth. I mean, when you first came in, I started talking to you. Like, I see things and I speak things and I know things and I speak. I can tell energies pretty much, you know?
Yeah.
You had a good energy. You had a good vibe. And I really feel like you're really to help the next person to go to that level. And you want to show. And when you show and produce, God can't do nothing but help take your brand to that next level. So produce. Don't matter what the haters say in the background. They just cheerleaders. I tell my haters all the time, y'all just cheerleaders because y'all talking from the background. Y'all in the stand, I'm on the field.
Yeah.
So when you ready to get on the field and try me out, until then, keep cheering because I'm going to the top. With or without you, I believe, because it's a man at the top, which is God, who's greater than all of this. So I always remember, a negative mindset will never produce a positive life. Keep your mind positive, keep your thoughts positive, and believe in you, believe in Jess, Nicole, believe in your credit repair, and watch God take you to levels you've never been. And that's a word from, of course, Bossing Up with Lex on Winning Women Wednesdays.